Hello, this is Denny O'Neill from emailtovoice.net, and we're going to talk today about the customer portal. And for those of you who don't know, emailtovoice.net is a cloud messaging service that allows you to make a voice phone call from any email interface. Just send an email to make a voice phone call, often used for alerts from IoT devices, business applications. So with that, though, let's talk about the portal, the customer portal. We'll enter into it here from the sign-on, and I've got here just a test system. And I want to make a comment here for those customers that have been with us for quite a while, and wanted to let you know that the US slash prefix has been retired and replaced with ETV slash. So your username is now ETV slash whatever it was before. You might not know your password, that's fine. Just click on don't know my password, and then an email will be sent to your email address. That's the main email address on your profile, the one that you subscribed with, the one that receives the email detailed reports for each message sent. And when you go in there, then you can click on a secure link and reset your password. So with that, I will go ahead and do this and log into the customer portal. Now, there are quite a few capabilities here, really quite exciting actually. And what we'll do is talk about my details in this particular video and view all jobs. Those are the fundamental capabilities, and I just want to cover them real quick. Let's talk about view all jobs. So this is just a test email address, a test account on emailtovoice.net. So there's really just this one test here, but I want to use that just to show you how you can use the system. You can filter it. For instance, in this case, we just have one date, March 24th, but you can go as far back as you would like. When you get done choosing your beginning and your end date, go ahead and hit filter reports, and then the list will come up. So this will be a case where if there were many, then they would be listed all the way down. And this is very useful. You can click on reports, this particular icon here under the reports heading, and it will show you all the detail about that particular job. Very, well, actually complete as the detailed email report is that goes to the main email address on your account. So this is a way to go back and just quickly find a job and click on the reports and see the message that was sent, or the subject name, which is actually the job name. The subject of the email address in general is generally the job name by default. So I think that that's very interesting and very useful for all customers to be able to use to go back and in real time see the activity of the jobs that they have submitted. So let's go to my details. For one thing, you can change your password just by specifying your current password and then your new password and hit submit, and that'll reset your password. But here's change details. So change details allows you to go in and look at the profile on your account. In this case, it's my test profile. Phone number, let's see what's interesting here. For instance, you can change your time zone. By default, when new subscribers sign up, they get Central Time Zone, which is the time zone of our company in Texas. However, you can choose any, and we have so many international customers as well. So all of you can pick the time zone that best works for you, so that your jobs are displayed in the proper time zone. And then also, if you want additional reports, remember that every time you send a message, because this is clicked, every time you send a message, a detailed email report is sent back to the main email address on the account. You can add additional email addresses here. We also, of course, do SMS and fax. We won't talk too much about that right now. But regarding text-to-speech, again, sending an email to create a voice phone call, then you do have the ability to have some different select dialects, accents, whatever word you might prefer to use here. But we have German, we have Esperanto for Mexican. As you can see, there are several that you can choose from. Default is American English. Then there are 2 repeats. And for our customers, you know that the message by default is repeated twice. And after the heading message, if you do have a heading message, you can increase this to 3 or 4 times. That's sometimes useful if you have a repair truck, for instance, that's driving and wants to hear that message repeated multiple times, or if the message is being forwarded. You need a little bit extra time to get that connection, or if it's in a call center and it's rolling over to other calls. So sometimes doing 3 and 4 is quite useful, but most definitely 2 is quite sufficient for most of the time. Here, the text TTS message prefix, we've got a speed 26, that's words per minute, and we suggest you leave that. We think that that's efficient. However, you can speed it up or slow it down. And then also, there is a heading that can be put into each message, not repeated, as we discussed before. In this case, I just signed up. So this is saying that the message is being sent from email-to-voice.net, sort of a watermark for our new subscribers before they become customers. However, it's a very useful feature that you can use for your business as well. You can say that this is a message coming from corporate headquarters or the repair department, whatever is applicable. And then going further down, we also have the ability to whitelist. If there is additional security that is required, I highly suggest you contact us through the Contact Us tab on the email-to-voice.net website, and it really works out best if you do that. And then we'll talk about the different options and so on that are available for security. A little bit more commonly used is changing the subject, how the subject of the email is actually used in the TTS message. In this case, by default, the subject is really just for the job name, and we take the content of the email and convert that to the voice, make the phone call, handle voicemail, and so on, as you well know. But you can also use the email subject as the whole message. Or you can concatenate the subject if it's important, and many times people that use messages coming out of Vaisala, ViewLink, for instance, SolarWinds, other monitoring software, the subject field can be quite pertinent. So you can concatenate the subject with the body of the message, and that's quite useful as well. And here, if your email does have a signature, and that's pertinent for an email, but not so pertinent for a phone call. So you can just take the first repetitive characters that always exist at the beginning of the signature and put a few of them here. And then what we will do is identify that and then stop the translation to voice. So we will not convert the content after what is entered here into voice, including what's entered here, will not be converted into a voice. However, many of our customers do use send only, a very specific authorized email address that is used only for email to voice, and it doesn't have a signature then. And so it's quite clear and clean, doesn't require any reports going back to it. And if you would like to have that done, contact us and we will enter that into your profile ourselves. And we just make sure that you own that particular email address if that is what you would like to do. Can't be a general purpose email address. It has to be something that is totally owned by you. So then you hit submit if you've made changes to your profile, and you will then be able to come back here and do the other things we will cover in future videos. With that, I surely want to thank you, especially our customers that have been just wonderful to us as we have grown and been able to continue to develop features such as this customer portal. If you are not a current customer, go ahead and hit our free trial tab and sign up. No credit card required, and you get about 55 messages that you can send for free to test it out, and we would just love to have you as a customer as well. Thank you very much.